Hi everybody, this is Mr. G, and we're going to geek out a little today. We are working on making some Harry Potter wands from actual sticks. So we went and found some sticks out in the forests, and I don't think it matters what kind of stick you find. Ours are a little thicker. I'm going to show you those in a second, and we are going to just go through the process of how we make our wands. We don't know. We've seen little tutorials here and there on the web, but I didn't see a lot on how to make them from an actual stick. So we're going to see if we can pull it off, and here goes. The magic of Harry Potter. And the wands and stuff. Okay, first we have selected some sticks that we are going to use as our wands. We also have some sandpaper, and this particular sandpaper is 80 is the rating. And then we're going to move down to, this is a pretty coarse sandpaper, and I'm sure you can pick this up like at any local Ace Hardware or Lowe's. And then we're going to get a higher grade paper as we get down. We're basically going to take, we found some sticks that we liked, and then we're going to take these sticks and just smooth them down, make them more, I don't know, wand-like. Like I'm probably going to take this chunk off here, and I'm going to use my box cutter or a knife to chop that off, and then we'll show you where we get with sanding. And so we'll see what happens. Okay, so what we've done now is we've taken the one. You got to be very careful with the saw to take your fingers off. So when I used it, I had it in this vise, but you could just put it. I have some holes here. I leaned it on a spot. I held it up high, and I saw only downward. I'm being very careful, and I sawed off all the a lot of these extra parts. So for example, this one here, I'm going to stick it there. I'm just going to take these off like this. You could probably sand these off too. Like they'd probably sand off, but I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to get some of these. I'm not going to take all of them off because I think some of them look kind of cool. Kind of gives it gives your wand that character. Okay, I'm going to be really. So this one here is so close. I'm going to flip it the other way. So I don't have my finger right on it. And trying to find a good spot. Oh. Okay, well, there you go. We'll probably round that part of the wood off. So we'll probably cut this end off. What do you think?
Yeah.
Is this yours?
Fiona's.
Fiona,
yeah,
do you want? Okay, so we're gonna cut that end. Okay, I'm gonna push through, and I'm gonna leave that, and we're gonna sand this down so that it's nice and smooth. And then we picked off a lot of the what's this stuff called? Bark. The bark. We picked off a lot of the bark, and some of the bark might stay on. Who knows? Well, as we sand it, that might become part of the character of the one. We have 3 very different pieces of wood, so they're all gonna look very different when we're done, but that's our next step. That's what we did. We kind of cleaned off some of these edges. All right, thanks.
We should have sawed this part off too to make it more equal. Can I use the pocket knife and just cut that off?
So the next thing we did is we took a tiny piece of the sandpaper, and this is what we've been doing the whole time. And we ripped off a little stick, and we wrap the sandpaper just around the stick, and then we use that to hold, and it gives us some force behind to get over the big nubs here, like here. I'm just gonna go in circles and kind of just pretty aggressive sanding at this portion of the game, just to get out the big stuff. And then I start feeling it, and if it's smooth or if it's not. I've got bigger spots where it needs a lot more, really getting in there. And so anyway, that's another tip. And here's my, so far, my wand now is a lot smoother than it started. And you can see there's still sap. This is going to have sap in it. It's kind of still doesn't want to hold still. a really cool piece of wood though. I really like it. So one of our wands here, we're getting the end, just rounding off the edges. So it just requires a lot of little motions, and it went from a very jagged, that's where we sawed that piece off, to very smooth, rounded off edge. And this stick already had some really cool carvings or cuts into it. I'm not even sure how those got there, but we're gonna leave all that in, I'm pretty sure. We might add some of our own, but it's got lots of really cool stuff. All right, here are the wands so far. They're getting smoother and smoother, and this one's really clean. This one's getting really nice. I love the shapes on this one that were already in it. There's some really cool designs that just were part of the wood, or that someone had, you know, notched or cut into it. But they're getting there. Well, I went and got myself a carving knife, and I started carving to make a spot where the handle is gonna pop out here, and I'll just show you sort of what I did. Sort of making a point, like a point where the hand is supposed to be, and I carved the end a little, and I carved some of the end off. So I'm gonna round that off, and I'm gonna do some more thing. But I bought just a pocket knife, Ace Hardware. It's nothing that I mean, I don't know if it's extra super special. Bought a sharpener. I'm wearing gloves while I'm doing this. I'm wearing a big glove on my left hand so that I don't cut myself. And we're going to try to shape out these other pieces of wood so they have a little more wand-like. So I'm gonna cut some of the ends and make them a little more pointed, and maybe hew off the end here so it's a little more even. I'm going to shape this a little more too. Okay, so here are the wands with the carving, and I will, this is the one that I worked on just now. I kind of cleaned up the end, so it's a little more roundy, and then we're gonna have to sand all that out, and we made it narrow to a point, or more of a point, and then we'll kind of round that tip off with the sanding process. So, same with this one. We just, where is it? Here we go. And with this one, we just sort of kind of made that go to a tip a little better. And this one, the original one I started on. This is going to be my wand. Kind of made it go to a tip. And then we did a little carving out on the end here, kind of to give it a handle. You can see where I did that here too. So there's a spot for my thumb or my hand to kind of curve around and meet that spot. I'm gonna sand that out with a higher grit, and then a lower grit, and then a higher grit. So like starting at an 80 or 100, going up to 200 for the final sanding. But I really like the texture of this, so I may leave it. All right, my final step is going to be add a wood finish to the wands, just to give it a little color. So I'm going to do that right now. Maybe. Okay. So I've got my stain, and I'm going to try to be careful not to get this on my fingers. I have a small brush. This is an old brush, it's still got blue paint on it, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Dip it in. I have it on top of something. Ooh, that is that's a dark stain. It actually looks really cool though. I'm just gonna paint that on. And what I'm hoping is that we're gonna still see the wood grain. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. It looks really cool. I'm afraid to touch it now, so I'm going to just go like this. Probably going to have to flip it over to finish the back side. I'll just use a little piece of something here. Fold that together, kind of hold it like this. Paint out. I'm going to push into any of the little crevices by just tapping down, but I'm just doing just strokes like this, just to get all the spots. That looks pretty awesome. Now, I'm not sure exactly how I should leave this. I probably should lean it up on something. So, again, I'm going to look for a rock. Or, how about this flip-flop that's been abandoned in the backyard? Okay, so we'll take the flip-flop, and we'll stick it right back here. And we will lean our wand on the flip-flop. You know, please feel free to comment on a better technique for doing this. I'm totally open to that. This is not really a tutorial channel, but I like to do tutorials sometimes. And yeah, this looks really awesome. I like it. I love it. I love the stain. And these are going to look really cool. So you can see that. See that staining. It's very dark, but I think it's going to lighten up. And it's okay if it doesn't. I'm okay. Either way, it's fine. I think they look pretty awesome. I'm going to try one. So I don't know if this is what I was originally hoping to do with this, but carved in some like holding spots on this one. Kind of like where the wand person would grip it. I'm going to put down another little thing right here to... Oh, wow, this almost seems like it's drying up. I'm gonna rinse this brush out with my hose so I can reuse it later. There you go. I'll let you see how this comes out. Alright, it's late at night. I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd finish up this video. The wands are done, and I am pretty happy with how they turned out. And Leviosa, not Leviosa. Wait, other way around. Anyway, I have made my wands, and I am happy with them. Project, and I hope it inspires you to try something maybe you haven't tried before. If that's making your own Harry Potter wand, awesome. If not, that's okay too. The supplies I bought for this probably cost me, probably the most expensive thing was I bought myself a better pocket knife. I had some old pocket knives that just were really pretty cheesy, so I bought a decent one at Ace. I bought the wood finish, was about $3 or $4. Sandpaper, $3 or $4. Wood was free. Just took time. It's probably, over the whole course process. The sanding was probably the longest process, and then you gotta wait for the wood finish to dry. So I mean, from start to finish, I don't know, maybe 5 hours of time, including drying time. So I mean, I guess if you did it all in one sitting, the sanding, that's gonna take you the most time. Anyway, enjoy. I hope that if you have any other great ideas on how to make your own wand, or you want to point me to a tutorial you've made on this, please post it in the comments. And have a great day. Please subscribe, like the video. That helps me make more of these things, lets me know people are watching. Have a great day or night.